Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Cassie, and a few weeks ago I did a video on my 24-hour transformation, and in that video I actually got my teeth professionally whitened because I told you that I would be getting something done in the next few weeks, and that day is today. So for today I am about to head to my dentist to get my gap closed up. So crazy. I know you're probably like, wait, what? How are you getting it closed up? All of that. I've been thinking about this for a very long time, and I was kind of weighing out my different options of like Invisalign, veneers, which I would never do, but those are just like different options of like Invisalign, braces, all of that. And when I brought it up to my dentist, he actually told me about one different procedure that I would be like a good candidate for, just because I don't have a very large gap to begin with. Like, you could kind of see it, but it's a very, I'm looking at my viewfinder, by the way. It's very small. Like, I could literally just like fit my nail in it, and then I have small gaps on the two side teeth. So for today, I'm not going to tell you what I am doing just yet. I just kind of wanted to intro the video before I headed out to my dentist. I won't be able to get any video of the actual procedure just because, you know, I don't think I could hold a camera and show what's going on with my mouth at that moment. So I just wanted to tell you guys that I'm about to head there, and of course once the procedure's done I'm going to show you what my teeth look like. But I want to give a breakdown of the whole process, like why I even decided to close up my gap, why I decided this procedure specifically, the cost, the timing, just a bunch of like information, a whole overview of the process, just because I know a lot of people, especially on YouTube, are looking up different ways that they could fix their teeth, whether like going the braces route, Invisalign route, veneers route, whatever it is. And obviously like with those routes you have to have, like, you have to be a certain candidate to get your teeth fixed depending on, I guess, how your teeth are looking. So I don't have a lot of issues. Like my bottom teeth, they don't really have any gaps. They're not like too overcrowded, not overlapping or anything. The only issues I really have are my front 4 teeth that have that small gap straight in the center, and then 2 side little gaps. And I wanted to close that up, so I'm going to head out there now. It is raining, it is cold, and you can clearly see I'm looking like a bum. It's freezing, so I'm gonna head over there because I want to head out a little bit early just because of the rain, and you know how people drive in the rain. But once I'm back, I'm going to give you a full overview and just show you what it looks like, because this is gonna be the first time I've ever seen myself without a gap. So I honestly don't even know what my reaction is going to be like, but of course I want to share it with you guys, and I just want to share the whole process for those who are looking for a certain route that they want to go into for their teeth. So I'll get into all that later, but here's my little intro. Hi guys, hope you guys are doing well, and if you're new here, make sure you subscribe and hit a notification bell to get notified when any new videos are uploaded. So let's go to my dentist appointment. Hey guys, so I know my teeth is blurred out right now because they are officially done, and I want to do an official reveal. So I don't want to get into too much talking while it's blurred out, so let's just get right into this. And here it is, guys, my teeth. Look, I'm so excited. The gaps are gone. Let me zoom you guys in, like, just to get a better, hello, zoom. Why aren't you working? Oh, okay, we're getting up close and personal, guys. Look at my teeth. Yes, I look like a bum, I'm sorry. Don't have any makeup on or anything. So, as you can see, like, if you did not know I had a gap, you would not be able to tell. I also have a lot of chapstick on right now because it is cold, it is dry, so I need some moisture for these things. But the shade, like, looks perfect. You can't even tell. They did do the front 4 teeth, so if you see me looking up, it's just because I'm looking at the viewfinder. Yes, so main things that you can see from here is one, the main gap is totally gone. Cannot even tell. The shade is perfect. They also are more even on the bottom, so like the 4 front teeth are flat and you know, they look more even with one another. And I just feel like I look like I have more matured teeth, if that makes sense. Like, they just look more fitting to my face, I feel like. So before I even get into, let me zoom you guys out now because we're a little too close to my face. Also, you know, if you've been watching me for now, you've known what my teeth look like. You know I have gaps, and the main gaps are just my 4 front teeth. Yeah, my 4 front teeth. So yeah, those are pretty much gone. But basically, before I even get into what I did, why I did it, the whole process, pros and cons, reasoning, costs, all that, I just kind of want to explain. I did not get my gap closed and removed because I'm insecure about it. I absolutely love my gap. I lived with my gap for literally the past 25 years of my life. That's all I've known. I have always had a gap. But the thing why the reason why I decided to remove it was because of genetics, basically. My mom has pretty large gappings in her teeth, like, not to kind of put my mom's business out there, but she does have gaps in between her teeth, and over the years they have widened. So I just wanted to kind of take some preventive measures to prevent any further gapping in my teeth. So for the procedure that I did, I decided to go the dental bonding route. And for those who don't know what dental bonding is, think of it like as if you chipped your front tooth and they needed to fill it in to make the tooth look natural again. It's that same material. So they use a resin and they bond it to your teeth and make it look natural. And the thing about this is that you have to be a candidate for this procedure. So just like you need to be a candidate for braces and Invisalign and veneers and all that, you have to be a candidate for this specific procedure, just because it could only be minor issues. So if you have a chipped tooth, if you have minor gappings, all of that, this may be the perfect procedure for you. So let me kind of just explain the pros and the cons. I did write it out on my phone just because I wanted to make sure I included everything. But basically, I've wanted to get rid of my gap for how long now? I've only put more thought into it in the past 2 years. I was considering doing Invisalign or specifically bite. So I wanted to do bite, which is basically another form of Invisalign. And I wanted to do that because they had the night aligners, and I personally wanted to just do it overnight because during the day I am doing a lot of talking and I didn't want like a lisp, and I also am in front of the camera a lot, especially for modeling, so I just couldn't have those aligners on my teeth showing in photos and all that. So I mentioned to my dentist, oh, and I also wanted to do it in the past 2 years because of COVID, and I knew like I wouldn't be seeing many people and all that. But I brought it up to him, my dentist, and he basically was saying that in order to do like Invisalign and all that, you have to shift all of your teeth. So I was thinking like, oh, I could just get the top aligners and shift my teeth and all that. No, you have to do like your whole mouth and shift everything, because if you're shifting your top teeth, you need to make sure they align with like your bottom teeth when you bite. So you would need to basically shift everything, and it is a whole lot longer than what I did today. So you get this done, this dental bonding done in a day, versus Invisalign and all that needs to be done over like a 6 to 12 month period or even longer, even though I had very minor issues. So it would be a longer process. It's also a lot more costly to do Invisalign. This, you know, this is actually one of the cheapest options to go in terms of like different routes to close up your gaps. So to do Invisalign, it would be so much more expensive, and I have to worry about like the long-term process. So not only would I have to have the aligners on for up to a year maybe, I would also have to wear a retainer long-term. So I honestly didn't want to do all of that. I didn't mind it. I was open to it, but then he brought up dental bonding, and he basically discussed what it was, and as I explained, it's basically where, oh, my sister's calling. Hold up. All right, bye. sorry. So, okay. Basically what I was saying was what he described it as, exactly what I described it as. Basically, they use a resin and they bond it to your teeth, and it was basically very minimal work for me. So kind of like how the process works is it's a very, very quick process. It's literally done in that actual appointment. So this is actually a week later. I ended up going in last Monday, which you saw the first part of this video. I only got the front 2 teeth done because he didn't realize that I wanted to get my side 2 teeth done as well, so he didn't block out enough time. But to get the gap, just the middle gap done, that was 1 hour, and then the process today for my 2 side teeth was actually just another hour. So the results are instant, literally done in an hour's worth of your time. So basically what he did was he kind of just prepped my teeth in terms of he kind of cleaned it, make sure there was like no plaque. He put a little like stuff on it. I don't know if it was like for me not to taste anything. And then he went in with a few different resin samples to match to my teeth. So it's actually a legit like a match to my teeth. Like they literally look like the same color of my teeth. But basically we ended up trying 3 different options, went with the second one, and then he started the process. So the process I really don't know because I can't see my teeth. But basically he started putting the resin, he used the blue light, he sanded it, he had to buff it out just so that it was flush with my natural tooth. And that was pretty much the whole process. It's really quick, done within an hour. At least mine was 2 hours, but spread out in an hour increment over a 2-day period. I did it today, which is the following Monday from last Monday. And then another reason why I even decided to go with this route is because this is actually all non-invasive. So he did not touch my natural teeth. So when it comes to like veneers, they have to shave down your teeth to add the veneer on, and I was not down for that. I really didn't want like fake teeth. I have nothing against it. I just felt like I didn't need that. I just wanted to get rid of my gapping. I didn't want like a whole new look for my teeth. And so I went with this route because not only did I have it done that day, but it's non-invasive. So if I did not like how it looked after he put it on, I could be like, take it off. I don't like it. So that's the great part about it. It's not doing any, you know, harm to your natural teeth. So under all of this resin or extra piece that he put onto my teeth is my natural tooth. So I could have my natural gap back whenever I want. And aside from those two, because it's non-invasive and it's very quick, you have instant results. So I was able to walk away right from that appointment and see what I look like. So yes, my gap is gone. So the only thing is that, as you can see, I do have a little gap right there and a little gap right there. But he basically said we would need to do more work and add to my other teeth. And I really didn't mind those small little gaps. It doesn't really bother me. The main thing I really wanted to get rid of was the middle gap. And he did a great job on all of my teeth. And they just look much more even and more true to my face and my mouth. So that's really what I was looking for. And he did a great job about that. But for this process, because they're not doing anything to my natural teeth, they're just adding to it. Of course, my teeth are going to look bigger because they are bigger now. And so I wanted to make sure with that I liked how I looked with bigger teeth. They don't look like big chipmunk teeth. They actually look pretty good for my face and my mouth. They look a little bit bigger, but they fit my face, if that makes sense. They make me look a little bit more grown up, I guess. I don't know. But I still love my gap, but I also absolutely love myself without the gap. And I'm still growing to the 2 side teeth. That was literally just done a few hours ago. So I'm still getting used to that versus my main gap. It's been a week, so I've been getting used to that and how it feels in my mouth, because it definitely felt really weird and odd in my mouth. It still does. I'm still getting used to it, but it looks really good, and I hope you guys like it just as much as I do. But besides that, like I mentioned, everything is, it's non-invasive, it's extremely quick, instant results, but it's so much more affordable than any of those other options. I mentioned earlier, I think this is actually one of the cheapest options to get rid of your gap compared to using braces, Invisalign, veneer, or any other forms of technology they have to get rid of gaps. Now, I'm not talking about like major extensive work like full-on shifting, straightening your teeth. I'm just talking about minor gaps. So I don't know exactly the cost of this process because I did have it covered by my insurance. If you do have insurance, it's perfect. You could have it covered. If not, you would have to come out of pocket just like any other thing. But I can say that this is a lot more affordable. It's not thousands and thousands of dollars that it would cost if you were to do the other options. So, you know, it may seem like this is a great option because, you know, it wears the cons. You know, you have this instant results. You don't have to go through a long period of time. You don't have to worry about it affecting your real teeth, all that. And it does have a lot of benefits. One other thing I actually wanted to mention is that this actually lasts a very long time. It lasts anywhere from like 8 to 10 years. And because it's non-invasive and it's just added to your teeth, in 10 years from now, if I went to the dentist and I was like, you know what, I want my gap back, he could take it off and I could have my gap. But if, you know, I still wanted it, then they would take this off and do the whole process over again. But again, it would be an hour of my time. It's really not much work. So like I said, there's a lot of great benefits, but there are a few cons, but the pros definitely outweigh the cons. I can only think of 2 cons, and one of them is just for me specifically. The first one is I'm just still getting used to this. So I've always had my gap. So for me, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but my sister and my family said they don't hear it, but I personally feel like I have a slight lisp now. But I think that's only because, one, I'm so used to, I used to like shove my tongue in between my teeth. And so I think my tongue is still trying to figure out where to go. But also air used to be able to pass through my teeth, but now it's blocked off. So when I talk, I feel like you can kind of hear like an air blowing, like it's trying to figure out where to go. So I don't know if you could hear that, if it's picking it up on the camera, but I feel like I'm just getting used to it still. But that's not like really a con, it's just me trying to get used to it. But the one con I can say is you need to be very cautious of what you eat and what you drink. So naturally, any teeth, they stain, but because this is a resin, I want to say it's a little bit more porous, so it can stain easier. So they recommended either just drinking through a straw in general, but if you still want to drink coffee and like black tea, try to like minimize it. Or if you are a coffee drinker, love that, have to have it every day, just try drinking it through a straw. I don't drink coffee, so I don't really have to worry about major stains, and I feel like I take really good care of my teeth to keep them white as possible. So, you know, it's mostly like the upkeep. You really need to do the same upkeep that you do with regular teeth. You need to brush and floss twice a day, morning and night. I've actually been using a new toothpaste called Rembrandt, and I highly, highly recommend it. It is so great for like keeping your teeth white. It lifts 25 times more stains in just 1 week alone. So that's been really keeping my teeth white. And this is actually just in front of my window. Like I'm filming right in front of my window. So this is my like natural light. I'm not using a ring light or anything. This is just all natural light that you're seeing against my teeth. So this is really what my teeth, like the color it looks like. And besides that, you also need to be cautious of what you eat in terms of like, don't go and eat the gooeyest candy or like the hardest nuts, because this is just like a temporary thing. It's not as durable as you shifting your teeth over and not having anything like fake on your teeth. So because it's just a resin that they add to your teeth, it could be pulled off if you eat something really gooey or something really hard. So not that you can't eat it, just be very cautious. Like I try to like, instead of like biting a piece of meat or something, I try to cut it up and like place it in my mouth and chew that way, instead of trying to like open things and rip things and like chew things in front of like in the front teeth, because obviously the resin is there. But you know, I don't worry too much about that. Like I take pretty good care of my teeth, so I'm not really focused on like the part of like me going out and eating something gooey, because I really don't feel like I go out my way to do that naturally. But if you do like to eat some candy and you like to drink your coffee, just be cautious, because that is something, this is your front teeth, at least for me, this is my front teeth, so you could see stains way more, you could chip it way easier and be noticeable. So it's your front teeth, it's your teeth in general, like you want to take care of them. So just act as if they're your natural teeth and take care of them like you would usually. So those are really the only two cons I could think of. There's a lot more pros than there are cons. And I know a lot of people have different opinions on what route to choose. Like they may say like, oh, well, you're adding something to your teeth, like that's fake. First off, people do stuff to their teeth every single day. Like you changing your teeth has nothing to do with like your image or anything. I honestly chose this option because it's what I wanted in this moment. It was quick, the results were quick, it was instant. I was able to see it that day, and if I didn't like it, I would have gone a different route. I would have maybe chose a route of going with Invisalign or Bite, and even though it took a longer process, I would have at least attempted this dental bonding, saw that I didn't like it, and then went a different route. But I feel like I would have regretted it if I went with like the longer route of Invisalign and just like hating it and not going through with it, and then like not trying out the dental bonding, because obviously this is a lot quicker, a lot cheaper results, and I absolutely love it, and it gives me options in the long run to continue to do this, to take it off, or to go that other route. So I personally think this is a great option because again, it's non-invasive and you could really do anything you want in the future, and I feel like this is not talked about enough. I feel like every person who wants to get their teeth done, specifically for my issue, I'm talking about just minor gapping, this is not really talked about. And I feel like people look up like, how can you get rid of your gap? Like, how do you do it without spending X, Y, and Z and taking this much time? And I never knew about this route until my dentist brought it up. And so I feel like this would be a great option for some of you watching this video if you are looking to get rid of your gap. Literally, you get rid of your gap in an hour. Like, I know if I put this in the title, I don't know what I'm titling this video. I was thinking of it, adding it into the title. It's not even clickbait. You literally get rid of your gap in an hour. Like, it's not a 6-month process, it's not a year process, it's not me doing something like that's gonna mess up my teeth. No, this is a legit professional procedure that gets done to your teeth in 1 hour, and you have this beautiful result. So I highly recommend it. And if you do have any questions, definitely leave them down below. I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. This is all very new to me. I'm not a dentist, I'm not a professional, I don't know all of the answers. This is just the information I know from research or just from my dentist. So I love how my teeth are looking. Let me know your thoughts on what they look like. How do you like them? Do you hate them? Obviously, if this is your first time watching, I do have like my before and after, or just go watch other videos and you can see what my teeth look like before. But you honestly can't even tell I have any gaps before. Like, you would not be able to tell because this is such a good match to my teeth. Like, it's so good. Anyways, I've been talking enough. I really hope that I was able to explain this whole process and tell you the pros and cons and the reasoning why I went even with this route. So let me know if you do any more research and if you're looking to get rid of your gap and if this is the option you chose, or if you know any other routes, let me know, because like I said, I could always change my mind in the future and go a different route. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos.